National. Hello, everybody. We miss you so much. We miss everybody. We are having a technical issue today, so forgive us if you can't find us on the my personal page. I'm going to share from the Adia Pena show, so you guys can watch us from my personal page. Mr. Apple, how are you doing?
I am doing very well. Thank
Hmm,
God it's Friday.
I know, right?
And as usual, I am excited to be here. I know there are technical difficulties. Say you're having technical difficulties, but um, I'm still happy to be here to join you today. Last week we missed it because of the independence celebration. So I'm happy to be here today. And how are you doing?
Um, I've been well, just a lot more business sort of. So um, I think it's going to be okay with time.
Okay.
So give me 1 second. Let me check out this and see if we can work it out from somewhere.
Okay. Take your time. I think our viewers would understand that sometimes technology, even though it's very good, it's very helpful, sometimes it has its challenges. And so when it happens like that, there's nothing you can do. All right. So let's
Hmm.
just try and work it out and then we'll go on from there.
Oh Lord.
Are you trying to share the link?
I'm trying, but I can't even see it from the Adia Pena show page.
Then you should post the link to your page. Just share the extreme
Let me let me go
share the
to
link.
see if we can. We okay. 1 second.
Let me see.
Hmm.
StreamYard.
Do you see anything?
No, I'm trying. No, I don't see anything. I'm trying
What
to
what the
see.
YouTube and see if it's working from the YouTube.
I think YouTube is working.
Okay.
I can see YouTube is working.
Are you able to share the link the link with me on YouTube so I can share
The link with you on YouTube. Let me see.
from YouTube?
I think.
Okay.
I need to share.
Um, yeah, you fine. I got it from here. So let me just share it from.
I need to share.
Yeah, you fine. I got it from here. So let me just share it. Let me see if I can
I need to
share.
share.
Yes. Let me just share it. Let me see if I
I need to share.
can. Yes. Hmm.
What is your personal page? Because I normally join you from the Idea Pena show. So,
Okay, YouTube is good. So
yes, YouTube is good. So, but I'm asking, what is your personal? I normally join you
Namabna
from
Adiepena.
an Idea Pena. Yeah, that is the Idea Pena show, right? On YouTube.
Just shared. I just shared the one from YouTube on the Adiepena show and my personal page.
Yes, I see it. I think I
Okay.
see it.
All right. I think today is one of those days, so we can start and then you know. Okay. All right.
I think our viewers will understand.
Oh yeah, they
When it
should.
comes to technical difficulties, we cannot do anything about it. You can do all that you're supposed to
Let me
do, but
share.
sometimes it's just there's
Um,
nothing you can do. So I hope they understand.
yep. So 1 second.
Yeah, I see it now. I see the link on your YouTube
Personal
page.
page.
Yes, I
Okay.
see it now. So
Right.
hopefully
So hopefully.
our viewers
All
will.
right. Welcome everybody once again. We are having a little bit of technical issues today, so that's why we are late. And then what else again? We can show live on Adia Pena show and Facebook anyway. So Mr. Apple, welcome to the Adia Pena show once again, and welcome to the Adia Pena show, all our viewers who are watching us right now. I hope everybody is fine. I am very, very well. Today, our topic is why do some couples sleep separately? The pros and the cons. So I'm here with Mr. Apple for us to discuss. And if you can hear me, please share. I just shared the YouTube link on my Facebook and then on the Adia Pena Show page. So share and let people come along. Mr. Apple, you are on mute. Thank you. So, can you please tell us what your understanding of couples sleeping separately? How would you explain or define that?
Okay, thank you, Adia Pena. Before we even start, just sharing ideas, I want to just reiterate or emphasize the fact that we were right on time. We started
Mhm.
exactly at 6 p.m. Eastern time, but due to technical difficulties, we are unable to start on time. So we want to apologize to our viewers. We want to let you know that we did not start late. It's something beyond our control, and so we still appreciate you guys joining us. Or even if you are going to listen to this video later on, we still want to apologize for starting late. But yes, we are on live, and thank you, Adia Pena, for trying as much as possible to carry this live on both channels, all the channels that you normally carry it live on. And thank you for the opportunity to be here again. Like I said, this times with you, it's very, very special to me because I learn a lot. And know that if our viewers start tuning in, there's going to be a lot of positive feedback. There's a lot of input that all of us are going to really, really benefit from. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank God it's Friday, and Friday I wouldn't be anywhere than here to share our perspectives on what we are going to talk today. I also want to remember and I want to remind everyone that will be watching this video that I am not a marriage counselor. I am not a relationship expert. I am not in any way, shape, or form licensed as marriage therapist or marriage counselor or relationship expert. Anytime I come on a Dear Penna show, I normally solicit or gather information from my friends, from friends and colleagues from work, the community that I live in, people that I know. I just ask for their experiences and what goes on in their relationship, and then I come here to share that perspective with you. And so, whatever I'm going to say today is the same thing. What I have learned from my friends, from the colleagues, and people that I know, and what they tell me is what I'm here to share. So we are all here to learn. What I'm going to say might not necessarily be what you wanted to hear because your experience might be different. Or what I'm going to share will be something that you're familiar with. Everything that you're going to hear, it's like I said, we're all here to learn. And one perspective, it's not the answer for all relationships. So if I say something and you don't agree, that's okay. If you agree to, that's okay. All right. Because we are, like I said, we're all here learning. So thank you, Ohima. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Okay. So, um, according to what most of my friends are saying, they said the reason why couples, or the reason why some of them uh, love to sleep separately, or sometimes they wish they can sleep separately, um, it's based on so many factors.
Yeah.
Okay. But the main reason why they want to sleep separately is due to the fact that they lack quality of sleep. They don't get the sleep that they really need. All right.
Okay.
Or it's also due to their personal preferences. Okay. That is the main reason why you might see couples sleeping separately. It will not have anything to do with the fact that they're fighting. There won't be any fight, there won't be any misunderstanding, there won't be any argument. But they just want to sleep separately on a separate bed in the same room, or sleep separately, like in different rooms, just because they don't get quality sleep. Okay, that's the main reason why. Okay, so Ohinema, as we grow older, life can change unexpectedly, right?
Yeah.
Um, our body goes through a lot of changes. You remember when I was in my 20s, I used to have some nice six pack. Trust me.
Mm.
But now I have a small pot belly because I'm growing and my body is going through changes. Right? Now, same thing can be said when it comes to relationship and marriages. Like couples go through a lot of changes. And one of the things that I heard is that some partners, as they go through changes, some of them begin to snore a lot. Some that they like snoring.
Mm.
Okay. Some also go through other health issues, like some of them develop what we call sleep apnea,
Yeah.
and some also go through what we call parasomnia. I'll explain a little bit that later, and other health problems. And all these can impact how well the couples or the partners sleep. Okay, so when such issues begin to arise, many couples think that sharing a bed or sleeping together isn't helpful anymore,
Okay.
right? And
Mm.
so they would rather want to have their own separate bed, or they rather have their own separate room so they can have some quality of sleep.
Okay.
Um, so I want to also say this, that if you are from a culture that do not allow or that does not agree to the fact that married couples or partners should sleep separately, and regardless of whatever they are going through, they have to sleep together, I respect that. And please, I would even encourage that. Okay. But then if you are also in the group, or that thinks that sleeping together does not necessarily means that there's a fight or there's misunderstanding, they just want quality of sleep. I also agree to it, and I also
Okay.
respect that. Regardless of what it's going on, the couple always have to find means, ways and means to make their relationship beautiful. And that's all we are talking about. Okay. And so, today's day and age, relationship is changing so fast, right?
Right.
And it's becoming common that many couples actually prefer sleeping differently. I mean, sleeping separately on on the same bed in the same room or in a different room. And again, most of them said they are not fighting, they are not arguing. There's nothing going on. Matter of fact, it's even make the relationship more better when they sleep together. And this is the reasons what they said. They told me I'm gonna share. And so, if you have the opinion that sleeping separately is good, like I said, go for it. So when couples choose to sleep in different rooms or share different bed, it is called sleep divorce. Sleep divorce. Okay. It doesn't mean they are divorced, but it's just a term that is being
Oh,
used.
it's just the sleeping that is divorced.
Divorce, sleep divorce,
Okay.
because they are not sleeping together. Okay. And like I said, a lot of couples want to choose sleep divorce for reasons like, one, partners that snore, right?
Mm,
When you have a partner that snores, it can make it hard for the other partner to fall asleep or stay asleep,
mm.
right? And
Yeah.
so this can cause problems in relationship if the partners are not careful. Because not getting enough sleep can make people get cranky. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about. People can get cranky because they hate being disturbed when they're sleeping, or they hate if they can't get good sleep. All right.
Yeah.
And so, to avoid being cranky, one partner, to avoid being cranky, partners will say that they can talk about it and say that, I'm not getting enough sleep, and I struggle to stay asleep, and your snoring is bothering me. And
Right.
so if you see me being grumpy or see me annoyed, it's because I'm not getting good sleep. So in
Mm,
situations like this, sleep divorce or sleeping separately could be a good solution to help both partners get good sleep. All right. So snoring is one reason why partners will sleep separately. Another reason is some partners just want to choose to be alone. They just want to sleep alone. All right. And before they do that, they normally communicate to make sure they are on the same page. All right. Now, um, one of my friends says that they have agreed to sleep separately. Okay. They don't. It means it, and what it means is that they don't have to deal with sharing blanket, because the reason is that he said her partner likes the blanket. She want to have all the blanket to herself, right?
okay.
And so they and then also that they have separate body temperatures, right?
Mm, mhm.
And then also one also said that the partner also have what we call restless leg syndrome. They kick their legs all the time.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so all these issues, sometimes the partners can decide to say, okay, let's sleep separately so everybody can have good sleep. Because if you're always kicking me, I can't sleep because of restless syndrome. Or if you always just want to hug all the blanket, take all the pillows, and I feel, cold and I can't do anything because I don't want to disturb you, it's not fair,
Mm,
right? And also due to body temperature. So let's just sit separately. And so they communicate and they agree and they sleep separately. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And
mm,
then also, some also say that they have varied sleep preferences. Um, Sometimes is that one of them says that as soon as the wife goes to bed, in 2 seconds she's already asleep,
mhm.
right? And then he, the guy, has to toss and turn and do this and do that and do that. And while the wife is sleeping, like I said, they love all the blankets, like they want the blanket to themselves. They want the feel of the soft blanket, right? While he's up, and he can't sleep. Ada also says that they prefer the mattress to be firm. They want firm mattress. Others
Mhm.
also they want soft mattress. Others
Yeah.
want to watch TV till like late, 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 late at night before they go to bed. Others also want to keep their room temperature so cold. And then
Hmm.
so it's like all these differences
Yeah.
means that some would want to sleep separately. All right. It doesn't mean they are fighting or anything. And The other thing I want to talk about is what I mentioned earlier called parasomnia. Parasomnia is a term used to describe a sleep where um, people actually sleepwalking. We call it sleepwalking.
Okay. Yeah.
Or people talk in their sleep, right? It's called parasomnia. Now, there's also people that actually sometimes have scary dreams or nightmare, and they'll be kicking and fighting and screaming on the bed, right? Now, if it happens like that and your partner is going through stuff like that, it can be dangerous sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so sleeping separately might really help the couples to deal with these things where each other have good sleep, right? And then there's another important one called sleeping in separate rooms can actually decrease the pressure of performing sex. I mean, having sex constantly, right?
Can you repeat that? I didn't. Okay.
Okay. There's the decreased pressure to perform sexually every night.
Decrease pressure. Pressure
Yes.
like.
Okay. So let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
When couples sleep together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some couples face the challenges, and one of those challenges is like the pressure to have sex. As long as you go to bed, hey, you be ready because we can have sex at any time, any day, anytime,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That pressure alone, sleeping separately, can reduce that pressure. That pressure
Okay.
of like, getting ready or being in the mood for sex, right? Now, if the couple decide to sleep apart, it can relieve some of that pressure, okay, and give them the space to miss each other, right?
Mm.
And so the feeling of missing one another
I
or
think
each
I
other
like
can even lead to more passionate moments when they get together again.
that. Okay.
Does that make sense? And so
Yeah.
that also can make couples to live together, I mean, sleep separately. And
Mm.
then this, I didn't know, but I learned this and I was very, very surprised. Couples, some partners want to have their own space
Mm-hmm.
and decorate it or make it the way they want that will suit their sleeping partner. I mean sleeping partner. Look, some couples said if they are alone in the bedroom, it can help them without their partner. It's not that they are fighting anything, but if they are by themselves, it helps them relax. Just
Okay.
having the room to themselves, right?
Mm.
They feel like they are in a safe space if they are by themselves, right? And also having that space shows that um um, they can decorate it in a way to suit them because maybe they want the blanket to be a certain color,
Yeah.
where their partner also want a certain color. So they don't have to fight about, I want cream, you want white, I want this. No, 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 no. Or I want the light to be on or the light to be off. Or I want the light certain way, right? And so
Yeah.
be able to decorate or set up the sleeping space to suit their sleep so that they can have quality sleep,
Mm.
right? And
Yeah.
then also one reason why partners might decide to sleep in separate rooms because of conflicting work schedules. You know,
Mm.
if you have a partner that works at all times, the partner will come in at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. In the middle of the sleep, they wake you up. And I know some people, they hate being woke up because they get cranky when they wake up. And so having separate rooms, the partner will come from work whatever time, there's no disturbances. He goes to his room or he goes to her room and then they both sleep. And then, they wake up and then they come together again, like I'm saying. So sleeping separately does not mean that there's a conflict. And
Okay.
finally, what I want to say, some partners prefer to sleep separately because they struggle with sleeping with the kids and pets. Some
Mm.
partners want to sleep with the kids and pets. Sharing bed with kids or family pets can create issues in the bedroom, right?
Yeah.
And so, in order to avoid these things, some partners that they want rather sleep separately so that they will have more rest. There's other reasons that include, like I said, sleep apnea, bathroom habits. Some will go to bathroom every second. The light is on, the light is off, the light is on, the light is off. Different sleep cycles. And then partners need somebody told me that they want noise in the room to be able to sleep. Some sort of noise to be able to
Maybe
sleep.
music or
Music
something.
or something. So all these differences means that to avoid the fight and all that so that people can get quality sleep, people just have to have separate rooms. I mean, partners should have their own separate rooms or separate bed so they can sleep and get some quality sleep. So this is the reason, my understanding, or this is the reason why couple sleeps in different rooms.
Well, thank you, Mr. Apple. So a couple of years ago, a friend of mine, he was talking to me about how, like, him and the wife sleep separately because the
Mhm,
wife didn't like certain things he does and all that. And I'm
mhm,
like, why are some women like this? Because if it were to be me, I like to like be in the same bed with my husband. So
mhm.
I was at the time I'm like, yeah, it might be more so
Yeah,
this and that. But the explanation you've given us this evening really does make sense, and I have learned a lot from it. I was going to ask you the pros of sleeping separately, but I think you have
well, there's a more to say. So,
that. So okay, if there's more to say, then you can go ahead and
okay,
so
okay.
hold on one second. Welcome to the Adia Pena show. Today we had a little bit of technical issue and we weren't able to stream live on the Facebook pages. So if you are watching us, you can still send in your comments, share, and then send in comments, questions, whatever you have. My brother is here. He said, that's my brother, Mr. Kofi. I
Oh, okay.
Isaac Owusu, he said, I think no matter what, partners must sleep together. Oh, okay, that's okay. The reason partners never got divorced. Okay,
Mm,
he said he thinks partners must sleep together.
I agree. And remember when we started, I said that if you are if you are of the school of thought that partners must sleep together regardless of the issue, I respect that. And I even encourage that. And because some cultures, that's how it is. And some people, that's how it is. And also, I want to also say that if you're also of the school of thought that, because you don't have the sleep, you want to sleep separately, I also respect that because we have to make sure that we have both partners' interest at heart. So if sleeping together it reinforces the relationship, I am all for it. If sleeping separately also reinforces the relationship, I am all for it. So I 100% agree with Mr. Wusu that regardless of what happens, couples must sleep together. But please don't be cranky or please don't be mad and complain that you're not getting enough sleep if your partner choose to do certain things that kind of disturb your sleep. It's all we're talking about. So thank you, Mr. Wusu. I appreciate that.
But personally, I have always thought that sleeping separately is not a good thing for couples. But with your explanations that you've given us a few minutes ago, it does make sense to me. Like a lot of
Yeah.
them make sense to me. So
Yeah.
do you want to add a little more
Yes.
of the pros
Yes.
so we can go ahead with it? So thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So let me start from what Mr. Wusu said. Again, I'm saying that choosing to sleep together does not necessarily means that there are issues in the relationship.
Mhm.
I know the culture that we are from. Sometimes it's only when people sleep separately before they then it means that there's a problem or there's an issue.
Yeah.
But it's not always the case. Couples can love themselves very well, like literally love themselves, but their individual preference and how they sleep, they communicate and say that no, this is not helping, so let's do this amicably, respectfully, and they are always coming together. Okay, so I want to stress that sleeping in separate rooms doesn't mean that there's a problem with the relationship. You know, um, if you usually share a room or a home or a room, with your partner, and you are concerned that trying out separate rooms, Adiapena, might create problems in the relationship, then I want to assure you that don't be. Even if you want to do it now, please don't be. All you have to do is to communicate about it first.
Okay.
Okay. And before you communicate, it means that you have issues and reason to come to that conclusion that we need to have separate rooms or we need to sleep separate rooms. You just don't get up to do that. Okay? So don't be, because finding a balance between the psychological and the physical space is normal part of a relationship that evolves over time. You remember that you remember at first, right? At
Mhm.
first, you kind of don't do when the relationship just starts, when the partnership and everything just starts fresh like that. You know, both of you love yourself so much that you crave for that closeness, like
Yeah.
almost every second. You don't even want any separation at all. You crave constantly for that closeness with your partner, right? And that's okay. And this is seen in all new couples. Okay, they want to always hug each other, they want to be there, they want to do that. But as time goes on, it can change, right?
Yeah.
It can change. So that's what we are talking about. But that doesn't mean that you are losing interest. If the closeness and the constant craveness and the bonding that you want from your partner, if it's no more there, or it's reduced, or it's not like it used to be, it doesn't mean that you're losing interest. In fact, when you want less expression, when you want less physical expression, according to studies, anytime you lose or you want less physical expressions of your feelings, it can be a good sign. And that it means that now both partners feel more comfortable and more secure in the relationship. All right. And so whether I cuddle you or I don't cuddle you, you're fine with it. Okay. So over
Mhm.
time, as we grow, we get more comfortable with the relationship. You don't need that constant feeling and cuddling and all that to show that your partner loves you. All right. And so it is okay to get it all the time, or it's okay not to get all the time. It's all a matter of what? Like I said, preferences. And
Mm.
so it is crucial to understand that, you know, where you sleep doesn't have to affect how intimate you are with each other. Okay.
Can you
Okay.
repeat where
I'm
you
saying
sleep?
that where you sleep, if you decide
Mhm.
to sleep on a separate bed in the same room, or you decide to sleep in a separate room, some of my friends that I'm talking to say that it doesn't have to affect the intimate relationship that they have for each other.
Okay.
Okay, when it's time to sleep, just go sleep. Right
That
after
is
that,
if
you come
that
together.
is if there is agreement between the two of you, right?
That is what I'm saying. Then because before you even decide to sleep in separate rooms, you have to talk about it and agree. And so once that you've established that agreement, then that will not have to impact the intimacy between the two of you. You just go to that room to sleep, to have quality sleep. Right after that, you guys come back again. Is what you're
Mm.
saying. And the
Okay.
thing is, some of them say that if they miss their wife that night, the next morning they see them crying out. They want to do things right before they go to work because of that, because of that missing piece. It brings them together. All right. Because and that night I needed my wife, but she's not there. I want to disturb her. The next morning I meet her. Oh God, da 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 da, and then they come together. So sleeping separately should not impact the intimacy.
Should not.
Yes, it shouldn't. It
Mm.
shouldn't. If you are sleeping at night and I'm not there, for example, think about it this way. What if you have traveled and you're not at home, or you are going to work?
That is different. But if
Exactly.
I have a question though, like
If
if you two have
remember,
decided
sorry, go ahead.
to sleep in separate rooms, okay, when you have the feeling of like being intimate with, do you like get up and go to her or go to him, or I mean, how is that done? Because
That's a
this
good.
friend of mine that I told you earlier, they have 3 kids. Oh, I think three. Yeah, they have 3 kids, and I was like, so how do you like get intimate with your wife when she doesn't like you being around her and all of that? So I don't really get it.
Okay. Again, remember, I said right from the get go that everything that the couple have to do, they first had to communicate and be in agreement.
Mm.
They had to talk about it openly and said tonight, or I mean, because of our sleep patterns, because of our sleep preferences, we are going to sleep separately. But that doesn't mean that if you want to get intimate, we are not coming together. They come together. There's nothing that stops them from not coming together because they are remember. The only thing why they are sleep together is because they want quality sleep. But if both of them want to have, get intimate, they
So
can
it's
get
kind of
intimate.
like a mutual agreement.
You
Um,
That's what I'm saying. You communicate, both of you agree that the reason why you're going to sleep separate is not because of anything. It's not because we are fighting. It's not because there's misunderstanding. It's just because we want to have quality sleep. Because if I sleep by you, all the things that I've talked that maybe you snore too much, or you have restless legs, or whatever noise, maybe you want the light on, I can't sleep with the light on. Like all those things is the reason why we want to sleep separately.
okay,
But if you want to be intimate, there is nothing that is stopping me because we are not fighting. Like I'm saying, we love each other. So in the middle of the night, you're welcome to my room. In the middle of the day, you whatever it is, you are welcome to my room. There's nothing that is stopping us to be intimate.
that's really sound a little crazy though, but it's fine.
Yeah, that is why we have, each relationship is crazy. But the bottom line is if the partners are in agreement and that
Mhm.
enriches their
Yeah,
relationship,
yeah,
then it's great.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So remember, I said as long as the partners talk about it openly and agree, right? They can always find intimate ways to handle their sleeping preferences and any challenges they face. If I'm sleeping separately and my wife is in a separate room, there's nothing wrong for me to get up and go to my wife if I want to. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong if she wants to come. There's nothing. The reason we are sleeping separate because we just both of us just want to have what? Good sleep.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? Okay. Now, other reasons why sleeping separately is good is because each partner can feel more rested for the next day.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Each partner can have more time for themselves if they want to. Some partners they almost pray, sir. Some partners they don't know how to sleep at one spot. They'll be
Yeah.
all over the place. They want the whole place for themselves.
Mm.
They need more space in the bed. And so if that happens and they sleep separately, each of them is able to have more space for themselves, right? Partners are able to have better sleep without interruptions, which can be anything that I've already said. Now, and also wanting to be close and intimate becomes more desirable,
Mm.
right? And there's fewer arguments. According to my friends, they said they barely argue if each of them have quality sleep at night. But there's more argument if they don't sleep at all because anything becomes annoying.
Yeah.
So quality sleep is very, very important. And if you get quality sleep, sleeping with your partner on the same bed, or sleeping with your partner on a different bed but in the same room, or sleeping with your partner in a different room, at the end of the day, it has to improve and enrich the relationship, not make it worse. Thank you.
Thank you. So I know because we are not showing live on Facebook, someone just sent me her comments. She said because one second. She said our culture indeed has influence on us because no matter what she needs to be cuddled. So that's what she's saying. She prefers being in bed with the husband and not sleeping in different so this is a comment coming from a viewer. So
Yes,
keep
yes.
your questions and your comments coming in, and I know today it's a little bit difficult. So Mr. Apple,
So
Um,
I want to ask a question before. That's your the person that just sent the comment.
mhm.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. Thank you for the comment. So I have a question. Does it mean that if you don't get cuddle, you can sleep? I want to ask
Okay.
that.
She's watching us, so I think she's going to respond to it. So, Sister Bernice,
Mr.
there's a
Bernice.
question for you. Does it
Okay.
mean if you don't get cuddled, you can
You
sleep?
can sleep.
She can. Why can't she? I
Oh,
think.
I just want to find out. I just want to ask that.
Okay,
But
it's
anyway, go
time.
ahead.
I will say. I will. Some women can't support the idea of sleeping separately, and I'm thinking, say, if you have traveled, if you are acquainted women and all that, it's okay. But if you are home and you are sleeping in separate room with your husband,
Mhm.
people, unless people don't know about what you guys do in your various homes, right? But if people know, especially the family members, maybe they come visiting and they see, say, you are sleeping in separate room from your husband, they are just going to think you guys are separated, divorced, not on good terms, and all of that.
That is
So,
true. That is true. But remember, I said everything predicates on communication. Everything. So if you, and I'm sure we're gonna mention that sometime while we are talking about this. Remember, everything sleeping in separate bedrooms, I said, and I want to keep. Does not mean that there's anything going on in the relationship.
but
Hold on, hold on.
someone might
And
not
so
know if you guys
if a
have
visitor
communicated.
comes in, oh, go
Uh-huh.
ahead.
Go ahead.
If a
That's
visitor
a very
comes in, if it's a
uh-huh.
family person comes in,
Yeah.
the first thing the couple tells them is that me and my husband or me and my partner, we sleep separately because of A, B, C, D.
So you
What
have
you
to you have to discuss that with
No,
them.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you have to discuss. But let's say if the visitor is, let me use an example. Let's say if your auntie or your friend come and visit you, like maybe Adiepena, you are the reason why. Okay, your friend came to visit, and your friend is coming to spend the night, right? Okay, and you and your, for example, your partner are sleeping separately. All right.
Mhm.
Um, you and your partner knows the reason why you are sleeping separately.
Yeah.
Your friend would not understand why you're sleeping separately.
Hmm.
So, in order to avoid any confusion, there's a way to what? Discuss the reason with your friend in a way that she would understand. And even hold on, what you and your partner would do the next day will communicate volume to them to know whether you are fighting or not.
That's true. That's
That's what I
perfectly.
wanted to say.
Yeah.
So, if let's say I'm sleeping in bedroom A and my wife is sleeping in bedroom B and we have a vista, the next morning, how we are going to behave will tell them whether we are fighting or not.
Yeah. Like, let's say, for instance, you guys got up and you are not talking with each other.
Each other.
When you are up, maybe one person is making breakfast, you are talking nicely, you are being nice
Yes.
to then they'll know, say, oh,
Yes. You
it's
come to
not
the
like
kitchen, the wife is already up preparing breakfast. You come to the kitchen, you hug her, you kiss her, you start doing all the things you used to do. That person sitting down like, wait, oh, okay. I thought there's something about what the person just witnessed would clear all doubts that there's nothing, even though they are sleeping separately.
okay.
So
Okay. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry.
So I'm saying that to diffuse all this confusion,
Mhm.
partners need to communicate directly and indirectly. And one way of communicating directly to visitors in our homes is how we behave when we wake up, when we get up, or when we see each other.
That's true. So
Mhm.
I have answer for you from Bernice. She said we both have busy schedules, so whenever we are both home, it has to be quality. See,
There you go.
not about anybody's opinion. We never want to be angry. We
There you
never
go.
never went to bed angry. So
There you
that's
go. There
advice
you
to you.
go. So thank you, Dennis. Thank you
This is a good
100%.
thing.
Right, 100%. So I'm saying that if you're of the school of thought that cuddling is what makes the relationship, you know, keep going, and please don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Keep it up. If sleeping together is what is, it will make your relationship keep glowing and getting more passionate and more loving. Please don't stop. All the ideas we are talking about or we're sharing is perspective that we've heard from different partners, and how they want to have quality sleep. Again, these are not couples that are fighting. There's no argument, there's no fighting going on between their relationship. They just want to have quality
They
sleep.
just have decided to
Yeah,
sleep separately.
they have talked about it and decide to have separate sleep. I mean, sleep separately. There's nothing going on in their relationship.
All right. So since we are not streaming live on Facebook, if you want to call in, the number is +1 540 656 498 sorry 4978. 540 656 4978, and this should be only WhatsApp calls only, or you can send in your text or your comments. Some people said they have their YouTube comment section off, so they can even send in
Hmm.
their questions and all of that. So if you want to call in, it's WhatsApp 540 656 4978. All right, Mr. Apple,
Mhm.
let's talk about the cons of sleeping separately. Are there any cons if you sleep
Um, that's that's a good question. Every time anything that has pros has cons, right? Everything that has advantages has disadvantages, and I know that a lot of the cons, I'm sure those that are even passing the comments have already even touched that. Okay, so this is what my friends tell me. Oh, and this is what I heard from, and this is what I gathered from when they were saying about sleeping separately, right? So I was asking them, so are there any challenges or are there any issues that crop up when you guys sleep separately? And a lot of them said, yes, yeah, of course. Even the fact that you are going to bed with, like you're sleeping in a separate room, there's this guilt, even though you have not anything, you feel like, oh, maybe, like there's this already guilt there. And I'm like, what do you mean? Can you explain further? And they said, because most of them said, well, one of them said, because when they share bed together, it creates a space for them to have their private talk without any interruptions, right? Um, they can stay up late and chat and cuddle, just like Benny said, and do more bonding, be able to do that, right? That is when they are not sleeping, or that's when they are not sleeping. It's just like when they are together, they're
yeah,
able to do that. And they're also able to share sometimes unexpected moments. I'm sure Dennis will testify that sometimes while they cuddle, things fall in place naturally and they get intimate, which
yeah.
is the most beautiful thing God wants us to do, or like every relationship has to do. And so one of the disadvantages of sleeping separately is that they can't have that private talk. They can't have that one on her sweetheart talk. That instant moment where things happen naturally, they miss that, you know. However, if they sleep separately or they sleep on separate bed, they I say however. Moreover, if they sleep separately, it creates more yearning and more
Hmm.
like they're missing something.
Well,
So one of the,
you can't eat your cake and have it.
it's okay. Remember, we need to be, I'm saying we need to remember that the reason why they are sleeping separate is just to have quality sleep.
Hmm.
They
Ah,
can get
that's
up, they can go, they can, like I said, they can get up to go to each other when they want to. All right.
hmm.
But even that time where they're sleeping and having quality sleep, they feel like as soon as they go to their separate rooms or whatever, they miss that talk, they miss that bonding, they miss it. And so that is one of the disadvantages of what? Sleeping separately. All right. Another thing they said, so it means that they have fewer communication.
Hmm.
Because let me even add more. This even fits into it if, let's say, there's an underlining misunderstanding,
Hmm.
right? And they want to go, they go to bed and sleep separately, then they don't even have the time to talk. So do you know what happens? That whatever that is underlining begin to have more, it begin to be more prominent. It begin to be more like, okay, what is going on? Because they've been thinking about so many things, right?
Yeah.
Now, another disadvantage of sleeping separately is that there's prone to be more argument over little things. Because in the middle of the night, you alone have so much thought went through your mind because there was nobody there to talk to. So you have had so much things gathered in your mind. The other partner has had so much time to think about things. And so if you're not careful and you meet, if you're not careful, there's going to be more argument, right? If both partners don't agree on sleeping apart, for example, right? Or there's this lingering, misunderstanding, okay? And they try to dodge each other by talking about whatever problems is, it can cause more argument if they are not careful. Okay. And then others also, one guy said he feels disconnected. Is that whenever he goes to sleep separately, because he snores a lot. Okay, I'm gonna disclose. Full disclosure. One of my friends snores a lot. And so he and the wife talked about sleeping separately. Okay.
Okay.
It's not because they're arguing. He snores a lot. But he said that he always feels disconnected when he sleeps separately.
Yeah.
Okay. But he also understands that he wants the wife to have quality sleep. And
Mm.
so what they do is that he said he felt disconnected in the morning if they don't make time to talk, or he and the wife don't talk before going to bed at night, because sometimes they talk and do all the beautiful things before they go separately. So you have already been fulfilled. You already have all your satisfaction before going to. But he say if they don't do that, then he feels disconnected. He feel like there's something missing. He feels the bond. He misses the closeness. He
Yeah.
misses sharing the bed with the wife. But he understands that because he snores too much,
Mm.
he has to give the wife the space, right? And
Yeah.
also somebody also said that there's less intimacy because then when he and the wife used to sleep together, like, hey, anytime he's spontaneous, boom, boom, then they're having fun.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
right now, he has to wait. Okay. So even though they love each other, they are there for each other, sometimes when things want to happen naturally, he feels lazy to wake up to go to the to
Yeah.
go and wake to go and wake
Even by the
to go
time you
and
get
wake.
to the other room, the feeling is gone.
Yeah.
Waking up, walking, and all of that. I mean,
Yeah, but I think the reason is also is that because the wife is kind of also cranky. Anytime he wakes the wife up, the wife gets cranky. And if the wife is cranky, sometimes it's not even ready for whatever you are ready for. So it goes both ways, right? You can
yeah.
sleep in the same room, but if the person is the type that gets cranky when you wake him up, hair up in the middle of the night, whatever you are looking for, you may not get it because it's not in the mood for it because it's super cranky. And so sometimes it also creates what less intimacy because for him, as soon as he's up, he just wants something. But here's the case where the wife is not there because the wife needs quality sleep. And in order for the wife not to get cranky, he has to go maybe that night, all alone. But as soon as they come together, that intimacy is gone because they're able to find a way to bond. Okay. And one thing that also this is it this is the most important thing that I think this is what a psychiatrist said. I've forgotten the name. He said that when couples, when they bond or when they are intimate or when they cuddle in the middle of the night, there's a hormone called oxytocin.
Mm-hmm.
This is we are getting a little scientific here. There's a
Mm-hmm.
hormone called oxytocin that is released.
Yeah.
And that plays a vital role. It regulates the heart.
Mm-hmm.
It regulates maintaining healthy weight. It regulates the sleeping. It boosts the immune system and it lowers blood pressure.
Yeah.
So if couples sleep separately, sometimes they miss on the release on their bodies do not release the oxytocin to
Mm-hmm.
kind of help them,
Yeah.
regulate all that. And so sleeping separately, that is one of the cons. That is one of the disadvantages of sleeping separately. So you can agree to sleep separately, but you might be missing out on, some of the
So,
very important chemicals that the body releases. All right. And then also you touch on this very important part called the social assumption,
mhm.
where somebody will visit you and think what is going on when
Yeah.
you guys are sleeping. In some cultures, particularly in Ghana, right?
Mhm. Oh,
Let me
yeah.
use Ghana because that's where I'm from.
Your
In
mom
Ghana, if you
comes
are married,
and you and your wife are
wife
sleeping
are not
separately.
sleeping together, the whole world knows that there's something going on, even
Everybody.
if you're not fighting.
Yeah.
So, so that's what we call social assumption.
Mm.
Okay. The social assumption, the fact that people assume that there's something going on in the
Yeah.
relationship because
And
you
they
guys are
use
not sleeping together.
it
Right.
automatic.
Uh-huh. And so, if, like I said, in the morning, if you guys don't do anything to counter that assumption,
Mhm.
then it actually means that, okay, there's something going on. That's why you guys are not sleeping together.
But even
So,
sometimes, if you try, they will think like these people are faking. They think because I'm here, they have to
yes,
do
they are
something.
faking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are faking. That is the culture in which we are, and so that's what I'm saying. That if your culture is the type, I mean, if you are from a culture like Ghanaian culture, which we are from, is where you do not have to sleep separately, then
Done.
please don't do it. For the sake of social assumption, don't do it.
Yeah.
Just deal with the snoring and deal with the sleep apnea and deal with the restlessness, and then just you know. But if you are the type that really don't, for me, I don't really care about what society tells me though. I
Mm.
want to live my life according to how me and my partner want to
Yeah.
live our lives. And
Yeah.
so, yeah. And so there's a way we have to counter that. And so even if they think we are faking it, over time they'll see we are not faking it.
It's their own cup of coffee.
It's their own cup of tea. Okay. And then others also says that anytime they sleep separately, they feel like they are avoiding each other. So there's this underlying
Yeah.
avoidance.
Hmm.
Sleeping apart can create a bigger emotional distance between couple because they think that they are avoiding each other. And so these are some of the things. These are some of the cons. And the weird thing too. One thing that I'm going to tell you, mommy. This is me. I just added to it. You know, it's also increased cost though. Think about it. If you guys have to sleep in two separate rooms,
Hmm.
you have to buy a bed. I have to buy a bed. You
Mm.
have to buy your whatever it is you have in your room to make it
And
comfortable.
all
I
that.
have to. It also increased cost. If you are
Yeah.
if you are sharing a bed, we don't have to. But we also have to understand that each partner's sleep is important to us.
Right.
Okay. But
Yeah.
it comes with a cost, and the costs are the cons that I just mentioned.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Sister Bennett sent me a couple of cons here that I would like to read. She said emotional disconnection and physical intimacy affect the relationship.
Yep, I agree.
Sleeping alone is dangerous if because if something bad is happening, there will be no one to help. Yeah, I had this
Yes.
on my note too. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
very, very important. That's very true. If let's say you are experiencing what do they almost friend is saying cramp sleep paralysis,
Yes.
or maybe anything can happen,
Right. But
and you
I,
are
I
the
want to.
only
I
one in
want
the
to.
room and you can't like even like open your mouth and call someone, it can
Yes,
lead to something else, so
that is true. And I agree because look, I'm saying I agree, and I'm even want to add to this. Some partners we call them heavy sleepers. When they sleep,
Mhm,
it's like they are dead. Right? You will be in the same bed with them, and something will be happening to you, and you
mhm,
can't even wake up. It will
yeah.
take it will take slap and beatings and pinches before they sleep.
Mhm.
So then what happens to those two? So the point I'm trying to say is that it is always good to sleep together to build a chemistry, to build whatever. But please, if your partner is the type that sleeps heavy and you're not benefiting, there's no point. Then there's no point. Whether he's there or not, you're not benefiting, right?
Slap
You're not.
Slap him and wake him up.
You are not benefiting because he's in the room, but you're not benefiting. He sleeps like he's dead. What are you going through something is not there. And then the other point is, if your husband is going to work,
Mhm.
or he's the type that have a different work schedule, you're going to sleep all by yourself. And so if something is happening, what do? You call
That's
911. Or I mean,
that's different than you
I, I
guys
I
realize.
always like to disagree with the word that's different. It's not
Mm,
different. It's not different
okay.
because if the partner is sleeping and the
Mhm.
partner is useless, it's the same as the partner being not there. It's my
Okay.
point.
Mm,
If the partner, you can barely wake the partner up, or the partner is snoring so much that you cannot even have 1 hour of sleep. So, because what is the point? Then it means that you yourself, your health, if you value your health, then let's find a way to value each other. If I feel like my sleep will impact my wife's, then I have to respect that and give her some space.
mm.
I won't say because culture or somebody will say something, and so I have to snore, and my wife is always being deprived of sleep. It means I don't love my wife. And I don't also know why you also have to deal with it. Either you have to solve the problem or find a way to also, because otherwise there's always going to be crankiness, there's going to be misunderstanding. So, Mami Adepena, please, whether the man is there or not, it's not different. If the man is a heavy sleeper, and the man is going to work, I think it's the same thing.
Okay. My question is, doesn't this allow one person or maybe both of them give room for cheating?
Uh okay, that's a good question, but you are going into a different territory where the partners are fighting. There's no there's misunderstanding. There's no love. There's no that. But remember, sleeping in separate room, I said, does not necessarily means that there's all these things going on. They
Mhm.
love each other. If you love your wife so much that you want to give your wife some space to sleep alone, why would I go and cheat on her? Or if, like, I don't even understand it. It's because I just want her to have a good sleep. That's why I want her to sleep in that separate room. I can go to her whenever I want. Why would you even think about cheating if you're just giving your partner some space to sleep and have a quality sleep?
I mean, you are all there by yourself. Like you, I mean, it can give room. It can give room for someone to.
To cheat?
Yeah.
Then it means that then there's a problem in the marriage in the first place. But if both partners are like super satisfied, they come together in the day, they do whatever, even before they go to bed separately at night, they can, they come together, do whatever it is they want. How would that even end up for another person to cheat? In the middle of the night, you guys get up and do whatever. You can go together and go sleep. Or even before you go to sleep, you do whatever it is you want to do. How would that give room for cheating? It's only give room for cheating if there's an underlying, like you said, they are faking or they don't love each other. Because
Hmm.
sleeping in a separate room should not give you the license to go and cheat. That's my opinion. But you are right.
Well, that's your opinion, though. But I think it can give room for cheating. So Bernie sent another. She said, without any problems, the probability of chatting or having your privacy to cheat is high, and it's true. You are there by yourself. Your wife is sleeping somewhere. Come on, please. It's possible, Mr. Kofi. This is
Okay.
it's something that can be done.
Okay. So I have
It
a
gives
so
room.
wait. The
It
the
gives
the
room.
both partners are in the same house.
Mhm.
They see each other every day.
Cheating not necessarily like going out. You can be on your phone and be cheating, right? You can be like
Oh,
planning, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
see. I
and
see.
then giving room for things to happen.
Then it means that then it means, look, mommy, I agree with you and I agree with Dennis. It happens a lot,
Mhm.
especially these days where there's all kinds of things you can see on your phone, right?
Mhm.
But my point is, If it gets to that point, then it means there's an underlying problem in the relationship. But if there's
Yeah,
Adia
very.
Pena, if there's no issue, for example, let's say the two of you. Let me use just you and I for example. Let's say we love each other, we understand each other perfectly. There's nothing wrong with us. But in the middle of the night, I snore so bad that it affects you, or I have sleep apnea. I have all this gadget for me to be able to sleep, or I have what we call restless syndrome, and I sometimes I can kick you so badly that I can injure you. If I love you and I have these conditions, and I said because of that, I want you to have a good sleep. So I want you to sleep in the other room. And I get on my phone and I do things, then it means I don't love you in the first place.
Let me give you the answer to what you are just saying from
Okay.
Bernice. He said,
Okay.
not every man cheats, but the tendency is very high looking at all the cons. Okay. So it's not every man that cheats. You will not, if you will not cheat, it will
Yes.
open room for another man to
To
like.
cheat. So in this case, you are talking about one of the cons. One of the cons of simply separately is
Yeah.
that it can give room for
Mm-hmm.
some partners to cheat.
Yeah.
Then I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Dennis, thank you. Adia Pena, thank you. You guys. I mean, that is good. You guys have really, really put in a contest for me. So
Lady
one of the
Posh is
cons,
here. She said, no way, I will sleep alone unless there is an infection.
no way I will sleep alone unless there's an infectious disease. Hey, yeah, assembly.
Oh, life. Yeah, so Lady Posh, we agree with you. Why?
Yes, yes.
No, 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 no. I mean,
Okay.
I think personally, I think most of the women would like to like sleep with their partners, unless there are other things.
There's a
Most
survey.
women.
There's a survey that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. I think they surveyed about 3,000 long-term marriage couples. Three
Mhm,
thousand long-term. Long-term means like about 10 years and above. 10 years and above. And they surveyed about 30,000 long-term couples. About 80% of them,
mhm.
80% of them said that one of the things that really get on their nerves is not have quality sleep. And so, if they will talk it for their partners to sleep in separate for them to have their quality sleep, it will even improve their relationship. They are not saying there's anything wrong with it.
Mm.
So, and okay, let me put in context that survey is right here in the United States. Okay. If you take other cultures, like what
Posh.
Lady Post just said, is a huge factor. Like in Ghana, unless you are sick or unless you are dying, you have to sleep. You have to sleep together. Unless there's an infectious disease. And let's
Yeah.
say what the COVID-19, when COVID-19 came,
Hmm.
people were still sleeping in bed with their mask on.
Yeah.
Because the idea is that if you sleep separately, then there's something going on. But
Mm.
I want to bring this perspective that based on the people that I've interviewed and all my friends, they said there is nothing going on. And the survey that I just quoted, they just want to have quality sleep. And they wouldn't sleep separately if their partners don't have any problems like sleep apnea or snoring or kicking or whatever. These issues are the reason why they want to just sleep separately so they can have quality sleep. Otherwise, they sleep together.
So I
And
have a
so,
question. I have a question for Lady Posh. So, Lady Posh, if your husband is a heavy snorer, he
mhm.
snores. So some people can snore and you can hear the doors, the
You hear like all the sleep
notice
apnea.
shaking.
Yeah.
Would you be able to sleep with him all the every night? Like, are you able to sleep with him every night if your husband is a heavy snorer?
Yeah.
Lady
Let's
Posh.
like I wanted people to call in and we ask them. Let's
Mm,
ask them, or people should call in and said, my partner has this issue, but I'm still okay sleeping with them, right? But a lot of people that I interviewed said most of them talk about sleep apnea or snoring, and that get on their nerves. And oh, the ladies, the one that they like doing is like, one person said he doesn't understand why the wife does that. The wife want to keep the temperature at 50 degrees.
Freezing. I'm going to
Yes, and then
freeze.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Then the wife gets all the blankets and covers herself with the blanket, and then the man is left alone in that freezing thing. So regardless of what he has, he's freezing. It's not that they are going to cuddle for them to share the warmth. Oh. The woman have the blanket, put the blanket around her, put the temperature at 50 degrees, and the man is miserable there.
Okay, Lady Posh answered our question. She said, "Yes, my husband snores, but I still want that cat."
Hey, that's good job, Lady
Okay,
Portia. That's good.
I think sometimes you can you can send cry. Over to me, aye.
Look, he said if it gets bad,
I kick
she
him to
kick
leave.
him to reposition himself. That's I
Oh,
love
Lady
that. That's
Posh,
a
and
good
then
one. That's a
they'll
good one.
harass you.
That's- Lady Portia, that's good one. That's a good one. That's a good
And
one.
no, I don't know. I kick him. Yeah, your
Yeah.
bed.
I know some people that also use the pillows to just
Cover the
cover themselves, cover
I think
themselves.
I
And
think I think when you like shake him or her to reposition herself and also like
it
whoever
stops
snores
it
also.
stops for a short period of time and then they start sleeping again.
Oh,
Like
okay,
sleep
okay.
apnea, it's a medical condition. You can't stop it unless
Mm.
it's being treated, right? Or people heavy snores. I a little bit reading they said sometimes it's got to do with the tonsils, right?
Right.
Or when the snoring is when the windpipe is like closed. It says
Blocked.
some of the tonsils like forces the upper part of the something this I don't know the technical for it to collapse. So it
Mm.
closes the windpipe, and so that is what triggers the snore. And even if the person positions himself or herself for a few minutes, it starts again.
That's not ready. Okay.
Yeah. But if you are like Lady Portia that can sleep through
But
the snore, you're
Lady
good.
Posh, me, I mean, I'm like you. I don't care for the snow. So long as I can cuddle, I'm okay. No, no.
But let me ask you, Lady Posh and Nadia Pena.
Mm.
Do you can you guys cuddle all night or you cuddle because sometimes naturally you cuddle for a certain number of hours and you naturally go you separate
Not hours scramble. That few
a
minutes
few
cuddle.
minutes.
And no crab more than them. It
That's
boosts
what
you.
I'm saying. So you
Yeah.
can do that, and then when it's time for you to sleep, you just sleep separately. People they do that. Some do that.
How do you like you are in the mood of sleeping and then you wake up and walk to your room where you are supposed to sleep? But
Some people, there's a guy that I interviewed. They said they go to bed. I think they go to bed around the same time. So they make sure they turn off the TV, the kids are
Mhm.
bed, and then they go to the couch and then they start talking, they cuddle, they hug each other, they do all that. And then once they are feeling asleep, sometimes right, they get intimate. And once they are feeling asleep, they just say good night to each other, they kiss back good night, and they go and sleep. Right in
I
the morning, they
think
come back together again.
it's
They
just
said
too
they've been
much
doing
power.
that, it works to get it worked for them. Some people like that, we have to respect that because it works for them. If it wouldn't work for you, that's okay. But some people, like I said, in this country, it's becoming common for people to sleep separately
Yeah,
just to have good sleep.
that's true. That's true.
So yeah, yeah,
Lady Boy said, cuddles for short time and that will boost your sleep. Very
yes. And then once you're ready, you just go sleep. You just go find somewhere to sleep. And then once you come back to get it again.
Let's
Um,
assume you and your partner are in the couch. You are supposed to be in bed and be cuddling. Then the nanny power you sleep instantly right there in the bed. You don't have to be cuddling and you feel sleepy and you have to wake up, walk a distance to get to your bedroom and go and sleep.
I agree. But
It's
if
a
you are the type that have different sleep patterns, if
mhm.
some people are light sleeper, in others, as soon as they cuddle, 2 seconds they fall asleep. Maybe the other person will do what? Will have take forever for them to sleep. So if you
Mhm.
cuddle the partner and put the partner to sleep, and you are the type that has to turn back and forth, doing that can distract the other partner's sleep. So you respect the partner, you get up to go and sleep somewhere, or sleep on a separate bed and then
Mhm.
toss and turn until you fall asleep because you already got the card, whatever it is you want, you already got it. The point is the quality of sleep is what we are talking about. The emphasis is on the quality of sleep. Everything else you do before you sleep, you can do it together before you fall asleep. That's what I'm saying.
Lady Boy said, in short, sleeping in separate rooms are as couples is not good and not biblical. So
Uh, it's also it's true, but Lady Portia, I also disagree that it's also there's nowhere in the Bible that says that people should sleep together. So we should be careful about that.
how do you
The
settle?
Bible says that it's not good for man and woman to be alone, but it did not say man and woman to sleep in the same bed or in the same room. So we had to be careful about the biblical side. I totally agree with you that we don't have to be alone, including sleeping together. Because for me, I'm the opinion that we have to sleep together regardless. But it's not biblical. God did not say anywhere that we should sleep in the same bed. I've never seen that scripture unless you want to put it up there.
Okay,
So
Lady Poch is asking again. She said, how do you settle issues fast if you two are sleeping in different rooms?
the next day, the next morning, before you go to bed, that is why our pastor was saying this that we have to always make sure that we don't go to bed angry or mad. Okay, we have to, whatever issue, you have to solve it together. We have times where the TV is off. We have times where the kids are dead. I mean, are going to sleep. We have times where the phone is out. The time that we are retiring to bed, we can solve every issue. Because to be honest with you, if one of the partners is a light sleeper, okotom panis one wada, you cannot solve any issue unless both of you are fully awake. And it's a fact. And you can solve the issue before you go to bed, so one person doesn't sleep while the other person is looking at the ceiling or turning on the TV trying to fall asleep. Because if one person is sleeping, whatever you're talking about is not making any sense to the other person.
What happens to like solving issues, being intimate and then solving issue?
Yes.
And
See,
if you are sleeping in separate, how do you become intimate and then like solve that issue?
remember, remember, being intimate should not only happen in the bedroom. This is also culture. This is also culture. Some culture like Ghana culture, the only thing you have intimacy is when you're in the bedroom. Intimacy can happen in the kitchen. It can happen in the couch. It can happen in the bath. It can happen anywhere, and you can solve problems. You don't need to only wait to go to bed to get intimate to solve problems, right? In our
Mhm.
culture, you need to get intimate when you after you eat fufu heavy and you are tired and you are going to it. No, being intimate can happen any day, anytime. Not
Anywhere.
only anywhere, not only and so like even during the day while we are both awake, we can have intimate, we can solve our problems, and then in the middle of the night go and sleep. Point I'm trying to say is that everything that I'm talking about is only when you want to have some sleep. And maybe you can't sleep if the person is a heavy snore. You can't sleep. The person have sleep apnea. You can't sleep. The person get up every second to go and use the bathroom and turn on the light and turn off the light. You can't sleep. The person will have to watch TV all night. You can't leave the light is on. Like there's so many reasons why people just wanna separate
Sleep.
themselves and have a sleep, just a quality sleep. Other than that, getting intimate, solving problems, doing all that, you can do it. And remember, sleeping separately does not mean that there's a problem in the relationship. I'm stressing this over and over again. That sleeping separately doesn't mean that you are fighting or you disagreement. You are doing that just to have a quality of sleep, have some sleep time. But if you are the type that want to sleep regardless, please go for it. Like I said, I support that 100%. If you are the type that also want to have qualities where you want to sleep separately, I support 100%. Everything that has to happen in the relationship has to go on. Communication, being intimate, cuddling, talking, having whatever, you can do it before that time where you just need that time to sleep. Your 6 hours of sleep, your 8 hours of sleep, whatever. You can do all that before you sleep. And then if in the middle of the night, if both of you can get up and put it on, get up and put it on, or do whatever it is, and then you go back to sleep. Point
Get up
is,
and walk to the room,
me
get
pacho,
it done, and
me
then walk
pacho
back
is
to your room
me
and sleep.
pacho. Okay, what is the difference? Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Walking to the other person's room,
Mm-hmm.
what is the difference between that walking to use the bathroom versus walking to go to the other person's room?
No,
You,
the
do you
bathroom is
do
straight
you
into the bedroom.
do you walk to
So
go to the bathroom?
yeah,
Okay, sometimes the bathroom is a
I
little
mean,
bit
you have
distance.
the mindset say you are going to the bathroom. That's fine. But
Okay.
walking, listen, no, you walk to the other person's bedroom, get it done. Then you have to walk back into your bedroom.
What about people that sleep on separate bed in the same room? It's
That's
also
okay.
sleep.
I think that is even much better
See,
than you
so
sleeping in separate
so we
rooms.
so we pick and choose what we think is suitable for us. If the person is sleeping on a separate bed in the same room, there it's okay. But you're still gonna
Yeah,
walk and
the
go to the bed.
distance is not that long, so it's acceptable.
But what if the bedroom is just close to each other? You open the door, go to the other room. What's wrong with it?
It's a distance you have to walk.
Okay.
Mr. Apple, what is your
What is my problem?
no? What is your final word on this topic that we are talking about? Because personally, I don't get it. I understand everything that you said about how reasons why people sleep separately, but personally, I cannot do that. So
Yes, I agree. And I agree. And for me, that's what I'm saying. Everything that I'm talking about it's not whether I agree or I don't agree. I'm just sharing perspectives that people say. And
mhm.
so we have to appreciate other people's perspective. We have to
Oh, we
appreciate,
respect people's
yeah, and we have to respect what people do to make their relationship
work.
beautiful, work.
Mhm.
Okay. So my final word is very simple. If couples decide to sleep in different beds in the same room or sleep in different rooms or separate rooms, it can affect the closeness or it can affect the relationship in different ways. Okay.
Mhm.
It is not always good or bad
Mhm.
when couples sleep in separate beds or in separate rooms. It is not always that there is an argument or misunderstanding. I keep stressing it. So that's part of my final word. It really depends on what each partner wants, her sleeping preferences, what will give him or her quality sleep. Whatever they will do to make the relationship work is what I am for.
Mhm.
Okay. So when you sleep separately and your relationship is good, great, continue. If you sleep together and relationship is good, is it makes it good, great, continue. Whatever it is, whatever cultural differences, whatever preferences, whatever you do to make your relationship work, as long as it does not impact your relationship in a negative way, I would say please stamp it up, continue doing it. Okay. Um, if you think that you sleep with your husband regardless whether he snores, whether he has everything, and it makes you great, you want to sacrifice your quality sleep to make it great, I say thumbs up to you. If you think that the snoring is really annoying and you want to sleep separately and get some quality sleep, I say thumbs up to you. Again, as long as it does not affect the relationship, as long as it does not give room for any kind of negative impact to the relationship, I said, please, whether you sleep in a separate room or you sleep in the same bed, whatever strategy that you have your to make your relationship works better for you, I say great. But the most important thing that I want to say is that for those of you that sleep together, if you're sleeping together and your relationship is not working, then there's nothing to show for it. You can sleep together all you want, and there are issues that you can't resolve, then you're just there's nothing to show for it. And those of you that sleep separately, if you are sleeping separately to avoid talking about the relationship, the issues that's going on with the relationship, then it's not helping your relationship. Okay. So the point is whether you sleep together or not, make sure that whatever you're doing, it's enhancing the quality of your relationship. Don't sacrifice the happiness for something that you are not benefiting. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? Don't sacrifice your quality sleep to say that I'm going to stay regardless. It's not working. Make sure that everything that you do would enhance the quality of your relationship. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kofi. I want to say a big thank you to all our viewers. You've made today's topic really, really enjoyable. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I know we've had a little bit of technical issue today. We weren't able to stream live on Facebook. Hopefully, next week we are going to set things in good shape. Mr. Kofi, I want to say a big thank you to you for your time,
You're welcome.
your contributions, everything. Anytime that I try to get you to come on this show, you are always available to share your thoughts with us, and we really, really appreciate you. So next week, 6 p.m., 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, sorry, we will be here showing live the Adia Pena show. And next week, we will bring you a very, very interesting topic. I'm not going to disclose it now, but next week, you will find us right here. So make time with us, same time next week. And it's me once again, Ohima Adiepena, your usual host. Thank you, and everybody have a good evening. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.